1. For App Store purchases or charges, press 2. For iPad, press 3. Mac computers, press 4. Apple Watch, press 5. For anything else, press 6. Let me get someone to help you. Hi, thank you for calling Apple Support. My name is. Can I have your first name, please?
Hi, this is Faisal.
If I stop, can I also have your Apple ID, email address?
Yeah, sure. So my Apple ID is Faisal, FAI, @gmail.com.
Thank you so much for that. Hi, Faisal, how can I help you? What happened?
All right. So recently I bought Apple M1 MacBook Pro in January, somewhere beginning of first week of January. It arrived. I received it. So I have actually a couple of questions about the Mac battery usability and how I can improve the longevity. So I was wondering if you can assist me
Yeah,
on.
that's looking right now, Faisal, here. You have called in the past and you spoke with one of my colleagues around January 26th about the same issue, the MacBook Pro battery questions.
That's right. So then after that, I was doing a little bit more research on YouTube and Google. So I found out some different answers. So I was a bit of confused and concerned about it. So that's why I wanted to call again and just confirm, clarify my concerns actually.
Okay, yeah, sure thing, Faisal. Go ahead and drop your questions, and we'll be helping you with this and answer all of those.
All right. Thank you very much. I was wondering how do I make my Mac battery healthier actually? So what is the healthier way to use it?
Okay, well, Faisal, nowadays that actually your Mac has what we call the smart charging chip inside. So nowadays, your lithium-ion batteries actually they are smart enough to know if you are using them or not. And it's always, if you're asking me what's the best way to charge a Mac computer, Faisal, you can use the Mac computer and you can charge it anytime, but just make sure that the Mac will not shut down to 0%. As much as possible, Faisal, please charge your Mac when it actually tells you if the battery is really low.
I see. All right, that makes sense. And is it
Yeah,
is it?
because Faisal,
Mhm.
just tell me the rationale or the reason why about that. Because if the battery goes down to 0 and the Mac turn off or dies because of low battery, it will add now to the cycle count. And that will in a way hurt the battery ions inside, the battery chemicals inside. It will actually age faster if the Mac keeps getting shut down and getting drained 0%, because the word drain itself is not really good for any device. So as much as possible, if you can charge your computer as soon as it tells you the battery is low, then that is will be good. Even if you're using it, it doesn't matter. That's perfectly fine.
Okay, that makes sense. And I was wondering, is it good to keep it plugged in all the time? Like last time when I was speaking to your colleague from Apple team, they told me yes, we can leave it plugged in all the time. But then I was doing some little bit more research, and then I found out that if we leave it plugged in all the time, it's not good. Once in a while, let's suppose maybe some sources were saying, research was saying that we should unplug it once a week from the power, or we should unplug it once a day. So there are a lot of multiple answers. So what is the best way if I leave it plugged in?
I shall never ever leave your Mac plugged in and then continue to use it, because what's going to happen is that the battery, instead of it getting the power from the battery, it's actually getting the power directly from the power source, and then the battery is actually the content inside the charge is actually degrading. So it's always better if you can use the Mac and then charge it while using it. That's totally okay, and then unplug it in 100%, and then continue using it. And then if it actually goes down, then plug it again. That is okay. But if you're going to use it completely 100% running with the AC power, it's not in a way not really recommended to do that.
All right. So there's no such theory that I should like most of the time I'm working from my desk, so that means I have the power source next to me. So there's no such theory that I should once in a week or once in 2 to 3 days I should unplug it and completely drain out the battery and then again plug it back and use it.
No, myself. There's no theory as of that, because the battery has a smart chip inside. So you don't need to drain the battery actually because that will just simply add to the cycle count. And I assure you, Faisal, if you follow what actually Apple is saying, you will even get like 100% battery on your device, even if you've been using it for almost a year now. And you will notice no difference from the performance of the battery because it's like working the battery out. If the battery is not being used regularly and you're only relying on the AC power or the charger power, the battery will weaken. But if you are actually using the battery and then charge it and then use it again and then charge it, the battery is continuously doing its task, and the battery ions inside are being renewed every time. So that's actually a good way to do it.
All right, that's actually understandable. So now one more thing, that when let's suppose sometimes I'm traveling, right? I'm going to a coffee shop. So is it good to, for example, my battery, my Mac battery is
Right.
drained up until, let's suppose, 20%. So what is the right percentage I should charge it? Should it be like I should charge it 100%, or should it be I should just charge it up until 80 to 90%, which is healthier?
Okay, right. That's fine. So actually, it's okay for you to charge it up to 100%, or even if you're not able to make it full, that's totally okay. The only thing that you have to avoid is to actually drain it to 0%.
Oh,
That's the only
okay.
thing that you have to remember. Never ever make a Mac or any computer actually, regardless if it's a Windows, any brand like HP, Dell, Asus, any computer. Um, please don't ever drain it to 0%, even any phones.
Oh,
If you're going to
okay.
charge it and you're not able to make it full to 100, not even make it to 80, only 50, that is totally fine. The battery actually likes that. The only thing that the battery doesn't like is when it goes to zero.
What is the least percentage you prefer? Would it be 10%, or up until 10 we should charge it again?
Yeah,
Or
definitely. You got it myself right. It's 10% actually.
Mhm.
10%, and then if possible, do not use the Mac and shut it down. That would be good.
All right, understood. So I should always charge my Mac once it's reached to 10%, charge it back to 100 as long as possible. I have the power source connected. All
That's
right,
right, myself.
yeah, that
And one
clarifies.
thing I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and one thing I'm going to advise you to do is actually if you can like run your Mac on what we call safe mode every once a month, that will also prolong the battery because it will in a way communicate with the battery chip, and then it will try to check the diagnostic what happened in the Mac, and it will try to restart it and reset it, which will make your battery run longer. And you can do that by turning off your Mac,
Mm-hmm.
and then once you turn it on, even before the Apple logo shows up, you have to press and hold the Shift key. And then and then just do that. Keep holding it until the login screen appears, and then log in. And then leave your Mac for around 5 to 10 minutes on that state, and then restart, and that will refresh your Mac. You will notice that the Mac will run faster. The battery can supply all the accessories with complete power, and then it will last longer.
Oh, that's something that I didn't know. So do you prefer once a month or once in 2 months that I should run the
I
safe
do it
mode?
once a month only, Faisal. I only do it once a month whenever, for example, I'm going to actually take a bath. So I'm going to turn on the Mac first, and then hold the Shift key, log in, and then leave it like that. And then after take a bath, I restart the phone, and restart the Mac computer, and that should be it. That's actually good.
All right, that's something new. Thank you very much for that particular advice. And do you think do you think should I shut down my Mac every night when I use it, or is it okay if I just put it on
Like,
sleep mode and just continue for next morning?
Actually, for yourself, putting it on sleep mode is pretty okay, but please always make sure to actually, as much as possible, do a restart with the Mac. If you're not going to use it, please restart it, refresh the memory, because still, even if it's actually on sleep mode, the battery is still working, maintaining background apps, background tasks running on the back on your Mac, since it's on sleep mode and it needs to wake up really fast, so it needs to maintain some of the tasks in the background. So it may still drain the battery. So it's better if you can shut it down every once in a while. But doing it like sleep mode every maybe around 1 to 2 days is totally okay.
1 to 3 day. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And is it bad, like, for example, yeah, I've noticed that one is sometimes, even though when I shut down my not shut down when I put my Mac on sleep mode, my Bluetooth devices are still connected, even though I believe
All
the
right, myself. Because even though I'm sleep mode, actually the Bluetooth is still turned on to make sure that all the connected accessories are still working and connected to the Mac. Because um, on all computers, actually, not just Mac computers, even Windows computers, if you put it on sleep mode, the Bluetooth will still actually run to make sure that the connectivity will not be in a way disconnected, because the Mac is thinking that it might be needed for you to like wake the device using those Bluetooth connections. So if you shut down the Mac, those Bluetooth connections will be turned off, and you will make sure that the Mac battery will not drain.
Yes,
If you need to use it right away, or you need to put the sleep mode, that's totally fine.
yep. Okay, that makes sense. And I was wondering, does these the discussion just now we had, does it apply on the MacBook Air as well? Because one of my
That's right. It actually applies to any MacBook that was created 2016 and above.
2016 and above. All right.
That's right. Because 2016 and above actually started using the smart lithium ion on all Macs. Because before that, we still use lithium ion, but the smart chip inside is not that in a way advanced. And after 2016, we integrated inside the Mac and make sure that the Mac will acknowledge what is the status of the battery to let you know how is your battery doing. And if you want to know actually for yourself if there's something wrong with the Mac, another thing I'm going to teach you is that if you shut down the Mac and you want to check the diagnostic, okay, all you have to do is to turn on the Mac, and then before the Apple logo shows up, hold down, press and hold, and don't let go the letter D for Delta.
Oh, all right. So
It will run a self-diagnostic. It will check all the components, and that will give you the feedback if something's wrong. And actually, what's going to do is going to also repair anything that might be in a way corrupted or have an error in the background. And that is one way also good thing maintaining a Mac computer.
all right, understandable. I also didn't know that one as well. Definitely, I will check out both of the features or setups.
I'm actually going to send you an email right now, Faisal, about those I told you about on how to use safe mode, how to in a way use your Mac, do real SMC, those things that might help you in the future. I'm going to send you an email on how to do those things. And those will not harm your computer, no harm on doing those. And those are good maintenance on your Mac. And you're doing it maybe once a month.
All right, that would be a great help. Thank you very much on assistance on that part. I think now I'm quite clear about most of the questions, because I couldn't find basically some of these answers on the Apple forum. So that's why there were multiple answers, and they're quite confusing actually. So I thought the best.
Actually, sometimes myself they're contradicting one another, and it's actually hard to rely on third party or on people claiming on what to do. But if you have any questions in the future, Faisal, please don't hesitate. Just give us a call back, and we'll be more than happy to assist you and answer all your questions. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much. That was a great help, and it's quite clear now.
Also, you can also check your email right now. I'm going to send you something. There we go. Can you please check your email right now, Faisal, the gmail.com. I have sent you something now that actually might be a great help. And you can actually go ahead and read those. And those have like relating links on the bottom that will actually will in a way educate you more on how to maximize the full potential of your MacBook. Okay?
Yep, I received the email and I received all the links related to it. I think now it's quite clear and quite understandable. Thank you very much once again for your well explanation.
You're always welcome, Faisal. I'm really happy I was able to help you. And I hope all the customers actually do call like you to ask for those things, because it means that the customer wanted to learn and wanted to know more about your device. It makes us really happy. Keep it always, Faisal, okay?
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. You have a good day. Thanks.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
You have a great Sunday to you, and keep safe always. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much. You too. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So now I think it's quite clear. There were a lot of concerns. People were saying that we shouldn't don't leave your Mac connected with the power all the time. But just now, when you saw that, you heard the Apple tech support team. They said we can leave actually our Mac connected with the power source all the time, because the 2016 Mac onwards, they have a smart chip that will detect and that will bypass actually the power source from the battery, and then battery is always on the safe side. So the best tip over here is that always keep your battery life cycle low. This is what they were recommending, number one. And another important message that I heard from the tech support team, they were saying that we shouldn't let our Mac to reach up until 0%, or shouldn't be I suppose it shouldn't be less than 10%, because the more lesser it reaches, it will actually damage sort of battery cells. So this is what we need to take care of. I have made 2 videos recently about Mac battery cycle count. One was a quite detailed and research video. You should check it. I will leave the link below. And I made another video on what will happen if you leave your Mac on charge all the time. So there's a smart chip that will basically detect that you have used your Mac on power cord for a long time. So it shows you a message which will indicate that your battery is on hold. So when it indicates your battery is on hold, I've made a video about that one as well. So I believe now this is probably the 3rd video that I'm making related to Apple Mac battery longevity, and that should definitely help you guys from the day you purchase your Mac and to use it for long term. So in conclusion, try to keep your battery life cycle as low as possible. Most of the Macs have 1000 of battery life cycle maximum. Then after that, there is a replacement which is recommended by the Apple. I will also leave the link in the description, which is Apple support, which is on the Apple support forum. And then I will leave all the related information in the link below, in the description below. So guys, once again, if you find this video informative, give thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'll be bringing more such informative videos to you guys twice a week. So I upload 2 videos a week, one on Monday and 2nd video on Friday. So if you guys find this video informative, once again, give thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Faisal. Talk to you next one. Peace.